I'm going to show you a little demonstration on how to make one of these happy little beach rocks. All right, let's show you how I make one of my happy little beach stones. This little guy was made with 4 different bits. We've got a diamond cup bit here. This is a 120 grit diamond bit. And then we've got an inverted cone. It's got a flat surface, kind of like a nail head, but it has a little bit of an inverted cone on the bottom. And then we have 2 more cup bits in different sizes. That's all we'll need to make one of these guys. Let's get started. First, we have to select a beach stone. I like to go to the shores of Lake Superior and find ones that are just nice and smooth and feel really nice in your hand to begin with. This looks like a good candidate, so let's go with this one. We've got our large cup bit to start, so we'll start carving at an angle so the bit doesn't slip. You can draw on for reference, but I tend to just like to go freehand. So I'll start at about a 45-degree angle to get just the edge started so it doesn't slip. If you were to go more straight on, it might slip right over to the edge and cause a scoring on the rock. Once it eats in at an angle there, I'll slowly work the top part in. And once I've got a little edge worked in all the way around, I'll rotate in small circles. Just going all the way down, seeing the outside edge a little bit as I go down and make the eyeball. Now you could do this on an agate as well, you just have to go a lot slower. Beach stones are quite a bit softer, so they carve a lot easier than agate. And there we have it, we've got one eyeball. Now we're going to do the same for the second one. Just space ourselves over just a little bit there. And we'll start at an angle and just eat the little edge into it. And now that we've got the edge started, we'll just rotate in a circle. Nice even motion will give a smooth edge around the eyeball. And there we have it. We've got 2 eyes. Now we're going to add the eyebrows. We're going to do the same thing, just going at an angle, and we're just going to make a crescent moon. We'll just want to space ourselves a little ways away from the eyes. And I'll rock side to side just a little bit to accentuate the eyebrow a little bigger. We've got one there. And now we'll do the other. We'll try to get about the same distance away to keep them even. And if one's a little higher than the other, that's okay. Sometimes our facial expressions are quite different from eye to eye. All right, we've got both our eyebrows and we've got our eyes. So now let's carve a smile. So I'm going to switch out the bit from the cup bit to the inverted cone. All right, I have the inverted cone in there. You can see it's got a flat edge and just a little bit of an inverted cone on the bottom. So we're going to just start to the side of the one eye, about center of where the eye is, and just a little ways away so we can add our dimples later. And we're going to want to start slow and just let the bit do its magic and eat into the rock about almost all the way down to the core of the bit. And once we're in all the ways, we're going to rotate slowly towards the bottom here. And that's allowing the smile to be a little wider than just the thin edge. Okay, I'm going to slow down here and re-grab the rock and position my hand a little differently. And we'll start the Foredom again. I'm using a SR Foredom 2330 package. This is a number 30 handpiece. It has a foot pedal. And then the little drip system I'm using is from Kingsley North. I think they're currently sold out, but you can use any little type drip system for this. Basically, you just want to keep the bit cool and go nice and slow. Each rock you can go a little faster, and it's not going to eat up the bits like agate would. All right, we've got our little smile there. Now we're going to switch to a different size cup bit for the dimples on this guy. All right, we've got our mid-size cup bit that I showed you in the beginning of the video. We're going to use that to do some little dimples on the smile. We're going to go just to the edge of the smile so there's a little gap in between, and go at an angle again, about a 35 to 45 degree angle. And we'll just rock it gently side to side once it gets started into the stone. And there we have it. We've got one little dimple there. We're going to add one more to the other side. Ooh, we slipped there. That's okay. Things happen. That's why you really want to start slow and hold your hands steady. And there we have it. Now we're going to add some pupils to the eyes, and this little happy guy is going to be done soon. All right, we've got the smallest of the cup bits. I think this one is about a 3mm cup bit. You can really use any size you'd like for these. So I'm going to just start at an angle. I'm going to have them look up like the example I showed in the beginning. And this I'm going to hold it straight on and just start really slow. And once I get a groove started, then I'll rock it just slightly in a rotating circle. And there we've got one pupil done. And then this is the most crucial part, is really just trying to line up the same angle, same location on the eye so the poor little guy's not crooked-eyed. And there we have it. Isn't he cute? I set out on a mission a number of years ago to create and inspire others to create, and it's fun to hear that just coming back to me. Give it a try. These happy little beach stones are a lot of fun. I like to leave them in parks and other places for people to find. Hope you have a good day. Welcome to my world. WaynesWorldAgates.com and Wayne's World Agates and Fine Art on Facebook. I do live sales on there, so come check it out.